My name is Bernard Kingongo, the Sub-County Police Commander in Juja. This week, when I reported on the first day when I reported on duty, I had to have a meeting with all the station commanders, the 7 station commanders of our area, and I had to give them my own roadmap on how we want us operate within this area. Some of the measures which you are putting in place, we have divided the area into sectors. If it is a certain police station, we have come up with sectors like that. In each sector, we'll have our officers on the ground during the night, such that in case of anything, we will be able to ask who was in this sector or who was in a certain beat area for its administration. So not just in normal patrol. Then we have organized ourselves into such a manner that the duty officer will just be going around and checking those officers on those sectors, whether they are present and whether they are doing their work. And those are some of the measures. Then we have our SPIP team, the undercover officers, will be also moving around, and I had a meeting with them, and we have discussed on how we want to operate such that they are able to move around to crisscrossing in the entire sub-county, such that we don't have to supplement the uniformed one. Because when they are using unmarked motorcycles, that is motorcycles, because you find that most of the criminals nowadays, they are using the motorcycles, and so therefore these undercover officers are also using the same, such that they are able to access the rural parts or the maram roads. There are areas whereby the vehicles will not be able to pass, and when the criminals using motorcycles use those feeder roads, then they will be able to escape. So those are some of the measures by use of our undercover. We have our DCI team also. We have divided ourselves, and they are also doing boosting the station officers, such that we combat the crime as a team. So we have put our own mechanism and measures, other than the normal patrol, which they maybe have come to realize they were just patrolling using a car, which is not enough alone. But now we have sectors which will be on the ground. At the same time, some of the other measures is correction of intelligence from the public. Yes, we have to. Those are some of the measures which are put in place that is to partner with the community, so that they volunteer us with information. The border officials in those stages, we are going even to have some barazas, some meetings with the border officials, such that we agree on how they are supposed to share with us, because most of the criminals are using borders, and in case they are when they are at their stages and they cite somebody who is not who is suspicious, they report immediately to us. So those are some of the mechanisms we are going to use to partner with the community, so that they can give us information or the volunteer information to us, such that we may combat the crime or reduce the crime rate in Juja.
Okay, and concerning that, how fast will the police be responding to crime cases, and how can someone be able to reach the Juja police to go to respond to crimes?
My approach is that we don't want a situation whereby we will be responding to scenes, but I want an approach whereby we will be deterring crimes from occurring. That is the essence of having sectors, is for us to have officers on the ground to deter. But we don't want a situation where in my administration whereby we will just be rushing to go and visit the scenes where a crime has been committed. That is a method which is we can say which has been overtaken by the current crime trend. But whenever there is a case which has happened where we have no officers on the ground, we have our duty officer. In every police station, there are duty officers who are always on call. That is, who are always alert, and they will be responding very quickly, rising with the speed team, so that they respond very quickly to where there is an incident for us to combat very. And we have motor vehicles available always, including the sub-county headquarters car, which is just basically not for me, but for the people of Juja.
What can residents do to support the police by doing reporting and preventing crime without endangering their lives?
They are free to come to our offices because these offices are for the public. They are not for the police. Whenever somebody has an information, we will not disclose that they have given us this kind of information. So they should not be afraid to share any information concerning any criminal activity to us. Because most of the members of the public fear to come in to share with the police, fearing that they may be attacked. No, it's not. That is not the way. The moment they have not shared that information, remember, they might have seen somebody committing a crime. Maybe it has not affected him or her. But remember, this person, when the next time failing to report, next time you will be the target. So I'm just appealing to the members of the public. Let them come forward and share any information they have to us, because security starts with you. Then you need also to have their own security. And if you see something and you are not reporting, then you are not helping the community, you are not helping the government, you are not helping the police. So I would like urge them to come forward and share with us. We'll give their information in a confidential manner. We will not disclose, and they should not be afraid. Yes, and we will also sensitize the members of the public through barazas. We had a meeting yesterday with the sub-county, the chairman of the sub-county security committee, that is the DCC, and we agreed we will move to these wards and have barazas, such that we share with the members of the public. We sensitize them on some issues which they might not be able to, they are not aware, or they are aware, but they have not been able to act on. There are some very basic information which you have come to realize. You find that a member of public goes to a car wash to maybe for our car or his car to be cleaned by a car wash attendant. Then they leave just the key with the attendant. And these people that we have come, not all of them, there are some car wash whereby they are photocopying, they are making photocopies, such that at the end of the day they sell to these people who are disturbing, who are stealing their motor vehicles. So those are some of the information we wanted to share with them in those public barazas, such that they get to know that when you take your car to a car wash, you just leave opening the doors, and then you go with your keys, like that. Let him open the attendant just clean your car, but does not access your key. This is some of the things you need to do. Some of the basics you need to attend your houses. You need to have your CCTVs. You make such that if it is a thief, will have hard time to assess where your property is. Not just to use a simple padlock, and when you are securing millions of shillings in your shop, and you just use a simple padlock of 500 shillings, you need to add in such that your items are secure, because you have said security starts with you.
And what are the obstacles police officers face when they're reducing crime?
There are so many challenges. Some of the things are beyond, because you find that a post has got very few officers. So when there is one, who was maybe on off duty, the other one was on the court, then you find that the officers are few. So strength is also a challenge to some of the stations, as I've realized, but the administration is aware. the policymakers they are aware, and maybe when the funds will be available, because the government has taken it long without recruiting. So numbers have gone down of personnel in the entire republic. So that is one of the challenges. But then there are the challenges of motor vehicles. You find that in the entire sub-county we have very few cars. Some of the stations are sharing, and that is what because we have to share, we have no otherwise. At the same time, fuel is not enough, such kind of things, but we are not saying we are not going to work. We will work with what we have, and we are going to make sure that Juja is safe. We will do our best to reduce crime. Apart from that, there are so many challenges which are involving. Some of the community is not willing to volunteer. Information is a challenge. They have information, but they fear the police. We are brothers, we are their sisters. When we are on our off duty, we go to our villages where we interact with our parents, with our community around that area. So these are their people. They should not be of police. They are the ones who are making their goods or their properties safe, making them go to their farms, taking care of their businesses. So they must be closer to the police, because we are not enemies. We are just a service, to give them service. So they should not be us. Let them give information. Let them have that feeling that police are their sisters, are their brothers.
Now to our last question, what message do you have to Juja residents about crime and safety, especially those who may feel unsafe?
I just wanted to promise the people of Juja that they should not be worried. That is why we are there, and we are going to do our level best to make sure that they are safe. They should not fear, because we have the station commanders, we have on the ground, we have their officers around them. So whenever a member of public has an issue, let them report it to the nearest, and they will be assisted. And in case there is an issue, let them come to our offices. These offices are for the government. Let them come and share whatever they have, and we will be able to intervene and assist that member of public. But bottom line, let them feel that they are being protected, and that is why we are there to protect them. With all the officers who are here under Juja, they have not come here to do permit, they have not come here to do business, but to make sure that they are safe. So they are in the safe hands, and we will do our best. We may not be 100%. That one, we cannot, we are not angels, but we will do our best to make sure that the area is safe, the people of Juja are safe.